All right, good afternoon, Knights. Good thing I gave you guys that packet last week, huh? Okay, so get out your hybrid packet. This one, my A-Day, B-Day kids, doesn't really matter. A-Day kids, yours is due on the 18th. B-Day kids, yours is due on the 17th. Okay, so you need to know that. I'm going to go fairly quickly because this is my 5th time recording this. We're having a 2020 day in general. I don't know if y'all are too, but we are. Okay, so we're going to start on the warm-up sheet. There's 5 warm-ups. You just need to pick one. Okay, I'm going to go through. The first one says, draw your favorite flower. I don't think I need to instruct you on that. If you don't have a favorite flower, just pick one and draw it. Okay. The next one says, get a cup out of your cupboard. My A-Day kids, we had a conversation about this on Friday. Cupboard is a cabinet. It's like an old school word. So cupboard and cabinet, they mean the same thing. A cupboard is where, dishes were kept in, older days. Anyways, so get a cup out of your cupboard, place it on the table or flat surface and sketch it. Include shadows. You don't need to overthink this. It's really just a series of lines. You can do lines for your shadows. So there's mine. Not super intricate. Not, I didn't get super detailed, but you can tell that it's a cup. You can see that there's shadows. The next one says, look out your window. Draw a landscape. Draw the landscape that you see. So you start this with a horizon line, and that's just a horizontal line going through the middle half of your paper, and then go from there. So here's what it looks like out my window. The fence line right there, that bottom line, that was my horizon line, and then I started with the fence. So you start sketching on the horizon line, and then you work your way into bigger detail. The next one we're going to do together, it says shade in the circle with a pencil to make it appear 3-dimensional or 3D. That's the abbreviation for that. The space where it says leave white, you leave that white because that represents the light source. So we're going to actually come in and do this one together. If you want to choose this one for the one that you're doing today, you can. It's this one right here. You go around, so you're going to darken. I wonder if I can angle this. How's that? Is that helpful? Okay, so you're going to start and you're going to just darken on the outer line with your pencil. You kind of make it thick. And don't worry about keeping your paper like the same direction. You just turn your paper to fit whatever needs you have going on. So you're going to come in, you'll make a thicker line. And bring it all the way around. It's not going to look shaded yet. That's the thing you need to know about art is in the beginning, all art projects look like a hot mess. All pieces look a hot mess when you first start them. So I'll go all the way around. All right, now you got your baseline. Then you're going to come in and I'm going to use, so you use the, where's my camera? Use the side of your pencil, the wide side, and you just go all the way super, don't even push hard. Just go light. Don't use the tip of your pencil. That's when it gets messy, and you don't need to use your fingers either. So you're going to do one solid pass all the way over to give you a light shade like that. Where's the camera? There it is. Then you're going to come back in and you'll do a wide line. Start at that dark line. Go all the way around. Again, do not use the tip of your pencil. That's when you get those harsh lines. Okay, so you did that. Now you're going to bring your mark. You're going to go almost all the way out. You'll stop at about the midline. So go each angle. Stop at about the midline. Skip over that white space. If you go in there like I just did, you can come back and erase. Stop at the midline. And stop at the midline. Okay, so that's your first pass. Now we're going to do another, and you're only going to go about 25% of the way. So not all the way. Not all the way. I'm just going to keep going over that white space. Not all the way. I'm kind of treating it like it's a square. All right, now you're going to go less, even less. So maybe 15% of the way. And we have a pretty dark center. So we want to make sure our edges are left way darker. So that was maybe 10%. Now come in and literally just like run the fat edge of your pencil around that line one more time and come in, erase your white spot. You can add some more shadows too if you want. That's just kind of when you scribble a little at the bottom. This is so much easier to do in person. I can go over this too when I see you guys next. But let's do that. Come in, erase your smudges. Don't go get a tissue and start smudging it with your fingers or anything. There you go. Should give you a fairly rough shade on that. But we're going to be getting into that in the next couple of units. I don't expect that to be perfect at all. Mine certainly isn't. This is just a warm-up. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And then the last one says draw your perfect day. Some of you already got that journal prompt, so basically it's, you're doing the same thing just one more time. Let's go ahead and go to the next page. It's titled Pattern. This was made for us by Miss Clark. She did a wonderful job. So you are going to finish the pattern. So the first square says finish the pattern. So you're going to come in. It is a square and a diamond. And you are going to come in. I got to sneeze. Bless me. So you're going to come in and just finish the pattern. And you're going to fill up the entire box. So remember my kiddos last time that didn't finish the pattern and you just did one line and I made you go back and do it all over again? You need to finish the pattern on this one all the way through. All the way through. Oops, I ruined it. My bad. If you make a mistake, that's okay. Mistakes happen. Bob Ross used to call them happy accidents. But I know most people aren't happy when they have an accident. If you don't know who Bob Ross is, Google him. He's like the original video painter. And he was like the happiest, most peaceful guy ever. I think he died, but anyways, Google him. So you're going to complete the pattern, finish it all the way through for that box. Don't stop where I stopped, fill up the whole box. The next one says create a pattern using squares. So you can come in, do whatever you want, but it has to have squares in it. I'm just going to do a checkerboard. You can do whatever you want. So you'll come in, you'll finish that pattern that you started. The reason we do patterns is because it's a really easy way to make a piece of art stand out. And it's a good way to practice line. And the more you practice using lines in art, the more comfortable you get and the better you get. Just like a sport. The only difference between like athletics and art, well, there's more than one difference, but the big one is that art is about using your fine motor skills. So like the tiny muscles in your hands, as opposed to your gross motor, which would be like your legs and your arms and stuff. So there's my pattern. You can do your own. The next one says create a pattern using circles and squares. So you can go through and do that. This one where it has an X in it, there's a couple ways you can go through and finish that pattern. All model 1, I'm going to go through and do, just going to come through and just finish it on the line like that. And I'm using a Sharpie so it's bleeding through, which makes it not look as good. Just go through and finish that pattern. The next one, that's a spider web. So you're just going to do an arch and then fill in the gaps with lines. So an arch and then fill in the gaps with lines. Okay. You do not need to do every sheet in here. Just pick one. Okay. The next one is landscape. And you are filling in each space with a different pattern. There are some sample patterns over here and then a sample of a completed one here. You're not coloring. You are just doing lined patterns in each individual space. So if you choose to do that one. The next one, I just want you to color this. Coloring is super important. And we're going to get into why color is important here in a couple units. But I want you to color this. Please don't just take one crayon or one colored pencil and color the entire thing. Please don't do that. Pick at least like 4 colors. Okay, let's write that on there. At least 4 different colors. Okay. And yeah, you need to stay in the lines. Again, that goes back to the fine motor movement. Okay, so you need to be able to control those tiny muscles to get a result that you like. If none of that sounds like something you're interested in, we have our article with text-dependent questions. It's about Rihanna's fashion line. So the article is here on the front. And on the back is your text-dependent questions. Okay, so I'll recap my expectations for your hybrid day. Or not hybrid day, sorry, your 2020 day. 1, you need to have 1 warm-up done. 1, okay? Second expectation, you need to have 1 of the sheets done. So I don't care which one. You can do the pattern one, the landscape, text-dependent questions, or you can color. All of that's fine. Those are my expectations, and I'll be checking them when I see you on either Wednesday or Thursday, assuming we don't have another 2020 day, okay? Also, for your attendance, because this does not count for your attendance. Your helps if I can talk. Your attendance is counted by you checking in with me on Teams. So you need to go on to Teams. Miss Clark posted a little mini assignment that requires you to respond. Your response counts as here. So you can't go on there and say, hi, I'm here. You need to do the assignment. I checked it this morning. Not very many of you did it, so you need to go on and do that. I hope you're having a better day than us. We're having a 2020 day. Anyways, I hope you're having a good day. I will see you this week, and when I do see you, I'll be checking for completed work. If we have another 2020 day, I will come back on and tell you my expectations. One more recap, though. 1 warm-up. 1 of the sheets. Check in on Teams. Okay? If you're not able to get onto Teams, don't come to me tomorrow or when I see you and be like, I couldn't get onto Teams. Email me. Okay? You need to reach out and make some form of contact with me. Okay? At this point, I would say, do you have any questions? But it's a one-way conversation. Anyways, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.